Should you use a travel agent? My answer is going to surprise you. We're going to get right into it. Welcome back to class. Get out your notebooks. Today we are doing episode 5 because of the Disney Cruise Line itineraries that just got released. Travel agents. Okay, you guys ready? Let's do it. Let's talk about the history of travel agents. So travel agents, long time ago, used to be the only way you could book a trip. I mean, like like in the early days, pre 1800s. That's what we're talking about. This is the origin story of the travel agent. They were your way to get from point A to point B. They were your way to get trains. And then when airplanes came about, they were your way to get airplane. They had connections to tour companies. This is how you would book trips. It was the only way you could. And then something magical happened, right? The internet. And because of the internet, anyone could DIY their own travel. And this is like where things like hotels.com came into play and all these flight sites like Expedia, all those things came about, and the travel agent industry kind of lost its way. And rightfully so, because if you kind of were just going to a travel agent for them to do the thing for you, if you now had access to everything, then what was the point? What happened with the travel agency space is then anyone could become a travel agent. So before, it was kind of like segmented to very particular spaces and groups that had knowledge that the rest of us couldn't have. Now everybody's got the internet and anyone can become a travel agent. So is there value in using a travel agent? Well, let's back up and look at some other industries. There's a lot of things that just because we can do ourselves doesn't mean we should be doing them ourselves. So for example, my car sometimes needs to be fixed, and my husband is actually a really good mechanic. He learned how to fix cars, learned how to drive stick shift. He has a 68 Mustang. Like, he knows how to fix cars. But me, I don't know how to do that. And maybe I don't care to, and I don't want to, and maybe I shouldn't. So to recap, can you fix a car? My husband, yes. Me, no. Should you fix a car? Me, absolutely not. My husband, only if he wants to. Or weddings. I had a wedding planner for my wedding. Honestly, I just didn't want to get dragged into the details, the deadlines, all the things. I wanted someone else to handle that for me. Could I have planned my own wedding? Yeah. Should I? Nope. Let's do one more example. When you go hiking and you have a Sherpa with you, you have a guide that is taking you around the mountain that knows their way around. Do you technically need any of these? No. But can it make a huge difference for some people? Absolutely. So, to recap, a travel agent should not just be clicking buttons for you. A travel agent should be helping you in the same way a librarian would be recommending a book. So a travel agent can help you by recommending the right products. So an example, if we were talking about Disney World and you were like, hey, Sarah, help me with Disney World. Or if you were reaching out to a travel agent about Disney World, they should be able to help you and say, you know what? You have this many kids. You have, toddlers, whatever. Maybe 5 park days in a row isn't a good idea. Maybe we should do a 7-day trip and do 5 park days, but we'll split it up and have some resort days in there so that you're not worn out, your kids aren't worn out, whatever. Or if you're like, hey, I'm thinking about, going sun up to sundown, we're going to just do the whole day, we're going to go way hard, and you have multiple toddlers with you, and you're working with someone with Disney World, and they're like, hey, that's a great idea, but maybe not for your toddlers. They probably need a nap. So maybe we should break up the day. Or maybe, they're going to help you think about your trip in a way that's going to guide you, in the same way a librarian recommends books. They want to know your interests. They want to know your style. They want to know, do you want to listen to an audiobook or you want a physical book? They're going to help you navigate and find what's going to fit best for you. If you were to come to me, right now you are watching this video because you know that I know Disney Cruise Line. But if you were to come to me and say, hey, Sarah, can you help me plan a trip to Universal Studios? I am not your girl. I don't know anything about Universal Studios. I don't. And I'm not going to pretend to know anything. And I would never help you with something like that. Now you might say, hey, Sarah, can you help me figure out how to do Disney cruise stuff? Absolutely. I can help you with that. That's why you're here. This is why you're on my channel. I can tell you about Disney Cruise Line because I know Disney Cruise Line like the back of my hand. I hope this gives like a little bit of an overview. Like we talked about, like a Sherpa on a mountain, a travel agent should be walking with you through this. They should know the ropes so well. They should know the landscape. They should be able to guide you with your trip planning so that you don't feel overwhelmed or you don't feel like, I don't know, like that you're not equipped to handle the mountain, that you are capable of making this trek because you have someone with you guiding you. A travel agent, like a wedding planner, they should be able to handle those details and keep you like so that you don't have to worry about all the like little things. They're going to be the one that before you book, they're going to be like, hey, you are going to be going over here. Do you have passports? Before you even book the trip. And they're going to ask you the questions of like, I'm going to make sure that you're going to get the deadlines. I'm going to send you the information about when your final payment's due so that you don't have to worry about that. That's their problem. They're going to help you with the deadlines, all the little details that are not important to everybody else. And like I said, every individual and every family is different. So a travel advisor, a travel agent, whatever we want to call them, they should be tuned into that. If they're just clicking buttons, I don't know, maybe don't waste your time. But if they're getting to know you and wanting to get more details and helping you with your preferences and making sure that you're finding the right room and the right itinerary and doing what is going to be the best for your family, that's what you need. So what exactly does a travel agent do? Or a travel advisor? I mean, these terms are interchangeable. So don't worry if I say agent, advisor, they're all interchangeable. Okay, what they're going to do, number one, they're going to make recommendations. So you might give them some dates, you might give them some ideas, or you might come with a blank slate and say like, hey, I'm really overwhelmed with the process. Can you help me? And you're going to give them some information and they're going to be like, okay, so I hear you. This is some ideas that I have for you and your family. Or if it's just you, like here's some ideas I have for you. Number two, they are going to help with research. They know a lot and they're going to put that knowledge to the test and also do more work to find you the best thing for you and your family. There are specific trainings and there are specific licensing. So when you are researching travel agencies, whether it's for Disney Cruise Line or anything else, you really need to do your research because certain agencies are licensed or they have certifications to be able to help you out with certain types of vacations. They may not be licensed for everything, and maybe they are licensed for everything, but the person that you are working with may not know anything about the travel that you are wanting to take. Whether that's Disney World travel, whether that's Disney Cruise travel, whether that is Royal Caribbean cruising, whether that is whatever it is that you want, all-inclusives, you need to find someone that is an expert in that space so that they can give you good guidance. And by expert, I mean, they should have either been there, they should know a lot about it, they should have access to a lot of people that have been there. Like they need to know the product that they are going to guide you and help you make that trip happen. Number three, they are going to be your point person for whatever company you're using. So example, Disney Cruise Line, they are going to be your point person for Disney. That means they are going to be on the phone for 2.5 hours with Disney so you don't have to. And yes, I was on the phone today with Disney for 2.5 hours. Number four, hopefully if you've got a good travel agent, they are going to stay up to date with offers and like benefits. So if something comes up, if Disney has a promo that comes up, they're going to let you know so that you can like alter your trip so that you can benefit from these offers. So this is kind of like a financial advisor. This is someone that's going to like, hey, I see that the stocks have changed. I'm going to sell your stuff so we can make more money. Yes, this is that kind of thing. That's what a good travel advisor does. Number five, they are going to make sure that you keep your deadlines and they keep the deadlines. They're going to take care of all the details for you. So they have systems in place. They have lots of things behind the scenes that are going to help make sure that you stay on top of things and they stay on top of things and nothing's going to get missed in the planning of your trip and all the different like dates that Disney has and everything else. And finally, they are free. Okay, let me take that back. There are some travel advisors out there that will charge a premium for their services, but they will charge for their services, which is their time. But most travel advisors out there are paid by the companies that they work for with commission, but it is included in your like trip price. So if you are cruising with Disney, Disney, it's already in the price of the Disney trip. Whether you use a travel agent or not, it's the same cost. So if the trip is $5,000, the trip is $5,000. It's just, is Disney keeping all that money, or is that going to a travel agent? If you use a travel agent, it'll go to the travel agent. But for you, the customer, it is absolutely free. So let's get to the big question. Do you need one? Or does everyone need one? And the answer is no. No, not everyone needs one. And there are two main types of people that definitely don't need one. Number one, if you are an expert, if you have done whatever the travel is all the time, like if we're talking cruising and you've taken 10 cruises, you've booked all of them yourself, and you've never used a travel agent before, you do not need to use a travel agent if you don't want to. Especially, you want to be the one making sure that dining reservations and calling about food allergies and doing all the things. There's no need to use a travel agent. And I say this from personal experience. When we did our first cruise, back in like 2013, we used AAA. And AAA has been great for our family years and years ago. And then a few years back, I decided, you know what? Why don't I, see if a travel agent would be helpful again? Because after we did AAA like twice, I was like, oh, you know what? I think I can do this. And then I went to this like random travel agent, and all they did was like click the buttons. And I was like, why am I doing this? Like, I can do this. We've already gone on 8 cruises. Like, I don't need help with this process. So if you're like me and you like that control and you don't need someone else to walk you through this, you don't need a travel agent. I know. Like, I shouldn't say that. That's going to offend lots of people, but it's the truth. Now, the second person that probably shouldn't use a travel agent is someone that is very, very wishy-washy. So if someone is constantly changing their mind, they're going to make a reservation and then they cancel the reservation, or, one day they want to stay here and then the next day they want to stay there, or they want to take this trip and you book the trip, but then they change their mind the next week. That can get really hard for everyone involved, because there's a lot of things that just can't be changed all the time. You can't just once you choose a trip, you just can't be changing it all the time. It's just how it works. And so in that case, I would say, if you're a very indecisive person, if you are going to plan a trip and then change your mind about the destination, the details, all the things, then maybe you should do this on your own so that you have more control and autonomy in that process. So those are the two types of people I would say don't use a travel agent. Okay, so who should use a travel agent? Okay, there's a few types of people that could really benefit from having a travel advisor or travel agent. Number one, this is your first time cruiser. This is someone that is looking for that librarian. This is someone that is looking for someone to help them make those reservations and choose the right trip and really help support them along the way. Number two, this is the person that wants to let go of the planning. They want someone else to deal with the mess. And so this is the person that would use a wedding planner. You don't want to do the details. Give it to someone else. That's what a travel advisor is for. Number three, if you are a person that doesn't want to do it alone, if you want someone with you through this process, and maybe your family members are not really interested in being that person, or maybe you don't have family members that are going on this adventure with you. So you're looking for that Sherpa, you're looking for that guide, that's what a travel advisor is for. And number four, if you want someone that's a financial advisor that's going to keep track of the offers and the benefits and all those things and the policy changes, if there are any, or things that might happen or that may have happened in the past, like COVID, then you might want a travel advisor. Okay, I think that covers everything in the realm of travel agents. If not, leave a comment below and tell me what I missed. And if there's something you want to know about travel agents, leave it below. If you are wanting a travel agent and you're looking for someone that's like the librarian, the wedding planner, the tax, accountant, or whatever, I have a link down below of the travel agent that I am connected with. And if you want to talk more about that, fill out the form below or send me a DM. You can find my Instagram and you reach out. I'd be glad to help you. I am not typically taking a lot of new clients at this point, but if you want to get connected with me, or I can help you find someone that is going to really help you and what your family needs, let me know below, and I'd be glad to help you out. So next time, we're going to go all into the booking process. It was supposed to be part of this video, but it was just too long. Okay, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.